are we already near the next update? Well, let's take a quick look and try to predict when the next update is coming. Hello guys, once again, it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons. Make sure to subscribe, and I always love to do this type of video because people tend to be wondering about when is the next update. Of course, we are approaching the next update, okay? Normally starts at the late stages of August. Of course, the month already it just started, but we are close to what will be the start of the devlog season in about 2 or 3 weeks. But let's take a look properly when we should expect stuff to happen. And thank you. I say it Zabi every time, but some people call it Shabi, Xabi. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. In my language, we would call it Xabi. That would be it. But I think he even told me that he was wrong in that way. I don't know if it was him or other people, but it doesn't matter. It's our main data miner, together obviously other people like Ajude and other people, Kopani and stuff. But yeah, Xabi is the older one, or Shabi or whatever. And I will leave the links for this post and of course for the Luffy link that he has. So help him out if you want to, because he actually has a support page that you can actually help him out, okay? But yeah, what is this? Well, I already talked about this, so it's probably nothing new if you are an old timer in the channel. But basically, these are basically all the data that we need in every single patch in dates, basically, right? And how much time it takes each patch to be released and everything like that. So we can try to draw patterns. How do we do that? Well, we take a look on previous years, and we can kind of wonder when the time frame will be most likely. Of course, this is just a general idea. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. And of course, there are other things, like for example, 2020 was a little bit of a different year, of course, but yeah, there are some other variables here and there, so it's not a full-on like I'm gonna get these 100% right, but it's fun to actually take a look. So the first thing that I wanted to take a look, it's the last 3 years on the first devlog. So we can see in 2023 it was on the 21st of August. Okay, so it would be in around 15 days if it was in the same day, the same kind of day as last year. In 2022, it was on the 16th, so basically just 10 days. And in 2021, it was on the 18th. So we can kind of see a pattern if you go back even before, even if you take a look on 2020 and other years, it's always mid to late August that we see the first devlog. So expect the next update on at least like 10 days from now, a little bit later, from 10 days to a little bit later this month. That's when you should kind of expect it. It doesn't mean that it will come, but you can kind of expect it, okay? Then of course we have the day over here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it doesn't matter too much. I think the day itself, it matters more. Okay. Another thing that we need to look into is that 30 days from the first devlog to release, 19 days, 20 days, 29 days, 29 days. So the last 2 years, it was 29 days. So expect almost a month of first devlog to release. So it should start the first and second maybe weeks of the devlogs should be pretty slow normally. This is normally in every single patch, but still. Another thing that we can take a look is when the teasers are going to come. So a teaser are normally the trailers, right? Last year it was in the last day of the month. In 2022 it was very late. 2021 it was very late. So expect the first week to be kind of slow. The second week, ending the second week or during the second week, we should expect of dev blogs. We should expect the trailer. Of course, the trailer is accompanied with one day after having um, a dev stream, okay, as you see right here, and then of course in the same day or one day after, we normally see the dev server. So the first one, at least, right? So for example, last year we had 2 of them. So it's something that we need to look into. But normally, I gotta say, this year, later last year, we just had 1 big dev server. So I doubt that we will have like 3 dev servers, 2 dev servers like we used to have. Normally, I think they will just open 1 dev server and keep updating it throughout the days. Like for example, we had a 7-day, 8-day dev server. I know that's not it. Number of dev blogs. I don't know. I thought it was something else, but it doesn't matter. We had like almost 2 weeks of dev server in one of the last updates. So you gotta just think about that, right? The leaks, of course, they always happen. Leaks are complicated, but there are some leaks that could be true. Normally, there is a Chinese guy that it normally is getting everything right, or mostly. If you go into all the patches that he actually released something, he got mostly like an 80% hit rate on that, and normally even stuff that came afterwards were right. So it's difficult to say if the leaks are going to be there or not, and we need to wait still. But yeah, sometimes it can be very early. Sometimes it can be, one day before, one day after. It doesn't have a pattern of when we see kind of the leaks that are normally true, okay? And there are some leaks that are sometimes true, okay? It's not all BS, Sometimes there are some interesting things. And final, but not, we should expect, as I said, recapping, a dev blog in 10 to 20 days, I would say, normally. And then first week, kind of slow of the dev blogs. Second week, dev stream, dev server, trailer. Or not in that order, right? But the trailer, the dev stream, and dev server around very, very late or very, very early this month or next month, right? But when can we expect the actual release of the patch? This is when I think it takes a little bit more time. This is a patch that normally takes a little bit more time from the first dev blog. So mid to late mid September, that's when you can expect. You can see that most patches happen between in between being in the middle of September, sometimes early, but this is 2020, so I'm not gonna take too much into account there. But yeah, last year on the 19th, 2022 it was on the 14th, on 2021 it was on the 7th. So it can be in the middle of September, from the second week of September to the third week, second or third, I would say. So this is when you should expect the patch. Again, grain of salt. It doesn't mean that it will happen, but this is normally what happened, and with this we can actually take a look and try to predict it. But yeah, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and yeah, bye guys, see you.